Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the monthly reading. It's a general reading for the month of August 2018. And this is for all of the signs. For the reading, I will be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main 10-card spread. If I need to pull clarifiers, I'm going to use a new deck that I got and I'm very excited about. It's the Zillich Tarot. It's very pretty. It's sort of watercolors. It's by Christine Zillich. Hope you can see that. Sorry for the glare. So if I do need clarifiers, I'll be using those. And the oracle cards, I'll use the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck by Shushann Movessian, and also the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise, Linn. As I always say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at the contact information in the description box below this video. But just briefly, you can use the INSTANTGO app. If you want to download the app and search me up on there, it's Changing Phases Tarot. You can email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com, where you will find pricing as well as the types of readings that I offer. Also, I would suggest that besides watching your sun sign video, it's a good idea to watch your moon and rising sign. That way, if some of the messages in one of the videos maybe they don't resonate as well this month, in the others they might, or by using all three together, you'll have a sort of more complete overview of what's coming up for you during this time period. And it's interesting how a lot of times the messages kind of overlap. A lot of the cards repeat in the different readings. So I would suggest doing that as well. All right, well, I will stop for now and see each of the signs in 1 second for the shuffle. Hi Virgo, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your August 2018 reading. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and have laid the spread to save a little bit of time. So let's get started. You have at the center of your reading Major Arcana number 21. This is the World card. And it's crossed by the Eight of Wands. So, with the World card, and you do have a number of major arcanas out of the, the 10 card spread plus the card from the bottom of the deck, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So sort of half of your reading you have major arcana. So it looks as though for many of you this is going to be a significant month, and a lot of the signs have been having sort of similar readings. I feel that the month of August is going to be a significant month for many of us. So the World card, this is, it's the last of the major arcanas. And the World card speaks of, a significant cycle chapter, a very long cycle chapter in your life coming to an end right now. This can be, this can be in the work sector. This can be sort of leaving a job that you've worked. Maybe you've worked there for many years. You've decided that, it's time to move on. It's time for something new. This can be, ending a relationship. This can be just, in general, ending a significant chapter in your life, because you see the woman here, she's sitting on top of, we have the world on top of the beautiful lotus flower. We have all the butterflies surrounding her. So a lot of symbols here about sort of this growth, renewal, rebirth, change. And after the World card, it goes back to the zero. It's the culmination of the Fool's journey, and it goes back to the Zero card. So, new beginnings coming in, significant new beginnings, a new chapter in your life that could be, something very significant. This isn't just, a minor change. I mean, with the World card as major ending at the center of your reading, for many of you, this could be a sort of a life-altering shift, a life-altering change happening. And it could be happening quite quickly, okay? With this Eight of Wands crossing it is what could help or hinder. This is, fire energy. Fire energy deals with, and you have a lot of, your reading is kind of split between Major Arcana cards and wands. So you have a lot of fire energy, which is, it's a suit that deals with the day, yes, the day-to-day matters in life, but it's also, it's passion, it's fire, it's exciting, right? It's ambition, it's creativity, creative projects. Also has to do with, the work that we do. It has to do with sort of the day-to-day matters. But with this Eight of Wands, this is very fast-moving energy. Sometimes this Eight of Wands appears when, there's news coming in. This news is happening quite quickly. A lot of times it's like when you're texting back and forth, if you've, for example, you've applied for a job, and now this is, the back and forth, setting up the, with the emails, setting up the interview time, waiting to hear back from them about the interview process, seeing if you, made it to the next level. Sometimes the Eight of Wands is sort of a time-sensitive energy where, time is of the essence. There might be, you might need to make a move on something quickly or make a decision quickly. It might be this sort of limited opportunity. If this is an offer, like a new project or a new endeavor, you might need to move on it quite quickly. It's also, a card that has to do with travel, movement, forward movement, travel as well. And with the World card, for some of you, there could be, this brand new shift. This might be you deciding to, completely change your life and up and move and, go live in a different country, live in a different part of the country where you currently are living. If you, for example, here in the U.S., if you've always lived in the, on the East Coast, and so you're used to that type of lifestyle, this might be you, up and moving to California. Completely different vibe, completely different lifestyle, so it doesn't necessarily have to be moving around the world or moving, across the seas or to a different country. Obviously, it could be. I mean, for some of you watching, there might be a significant international move coming up. For others, this could just be, this could be travel happening. This might be happening quite quickly with, this World card or crossed by the Eight of Wands. But, this is with the Eight of Wands, this is very, very powerful, sort of forward moving, unstoppable energy, really. And with the World card, again, Major Arcana, there's nothing you can kind of do. When you have, especially with this many Major Arcanas in your reading, this is a lot of, it's not that I mean, there's nothing you can do. I mean that there's a lot of divine orchestration at play. Obviously, there is free will. Everybody has free will. I mean, if you get offered a job in, Australia and you live in the United States, I mean, the job opportunity is there. The universe is offering you this opportunity, but obviously it's up to you whether you take this brand new opportunity and, shift your entire life or not, so that's how free will comes into it. But I'm saying that there's a lot of, powerful energy here with the universe really stepping in and, making or bringing these things into your life during the month of August. Now, at the foundation in the deep past, we have the Hierophant. And he's actually, what we have kind of opposite him and, crowning your reading is the Lovers. So a couple of different messages with these two cards. The Hierophant in the foundation. He's a card, or he's a figure, this Hierophant, who, yes, he represents, sort of that formal, religion, the institution of religion. You can see that we have all, different religions represented here, beliefs. And so, he does usually speak of the large institutions, the large religious institutions. It can't even be just, large institutions in general, dealing with, for example, the government, dealing with, large, like universities, school systems, the courts, the legal system, but also religious. This could be seeking out, spiritual advice, seeking out the advice of a counselor, a psychologist, psychiatrist even. This can be seeking, the advice of a legal figure. This could be seeking financial advice. It's seeking out some type of advice. Can also have to do with, for some of you, you could have, this change, possibly this job opportunity, it could have to do with working for a large institution, so this could be, working for a school system, working for a university, right? Working for getting a new job in the government. It can be that type of energy as well. It can also be, obviously, as a religious figure, it can have to do with marriage. And we do have the Lovers card crowning your reading. So different messages coming through here. For some of you, this move around, the world, move to a different place, it could have to do with another person, right? Obviously, it's not going to resonate for everybody. I'll give you different, the different messages that I'm getting here. For a group of you, I think that this could have to do with maybe somebody that you have met, and this could be definitely, a very romantic, very soulmate sort of connection with this person with the Lovers card, because this is major arcana. The Lovers is, yes, it can also speak of marriage. It can speak of that deep soulmate connection with another person. So, there could be a marriage involved, and this could have something to do with this move, change of address, moving to a different place. For others, the Lovers card could be, a significant decision. In early tarot decks, the Lovers card was referred to as the choice card, and it would usually have, a woman sort of choosing between two men, facing these two men, or a man facing two women, needing to make a decision, but understanding that ultimately that decision would affect not just the person doing the choosing, but also, the other two people, so everybody involved. So sometimes with this, head or heart decision, or a significant decision that you understand will affect not just yourself, but other people. And, going back to this World card, if you have, for example, if you live in a place and your family lives there, and, and you're now deciding to move across the world to be with this person that you have met, that you're, your soulmate, to get married, to be with them, it's a decision that is going to affect not just your life, right? Not just the other person's life who you're going to go live with and be with, but also, your family, the friends that you're leaving behind. So it's that type of, it affects more than just one person. So there could be a significant decision, with this, the Lovers card here crowning your reading. And this is the message from your higher self. I know I sort of skipped over, but that's because, the two kind of were speaking to me at the same time. Now, in the recent past, you have the Nine of Wands. So there could have been something that, maybe it caught you a little bit off guard. You might have found out something that you weren't sort of expecting with this Nine of Wands, because you can see here that she looks as though she's, she's sort of resting, taking time out. But she's actually, she's planning her next steps here. You see that she has courage on her side. She has this vision, right? She has the crystal ball here. So she's trying to, yes, she's resting, but she's also figuring out, okay, and now what? What next? Sometimes the Knight of Wands can be a slightly defensive type of energy, because it's, even though she's sitting there and it looks as though she's resting, she's, she does have somebody, the Lion here has her back, and she's also, she has her hand on this wand. She's vigilant. She's keeping, she's watching to see, making sure that, that nobody or nothing comes in to sort of surprise her. So she's vigilant. Sometimes this card is like when, an unexpected obstacle, or like one last hurdle that you have to get over before you reach, finally reach the next step. So there could be, but it does sit in the recent past. So this could have been, and something that happened during the month of July. This has already happened to you. So you might have, had to deal with something that maybe you were not expecting. It could have to do with, with this opportunity, this job opportunity. It could be any area of your life, but, you're moving out of that. Then there's this, I've already mentioned the Lovers card here, significant head or heart decision. And then what we have coming up in the near future, and sort of as you head into the second half of the month, we have the Temperance card. So more major arcana energy. The Temperance card is a card that it speaks of balance. It speaks of, all things in moderation. There's a need for balance with the Temperance card. Need to have a sort of tempered approach, or this moderate approach to things. Sometimes the Temperance card appears when things are out of balance in our lives, when if there's there's sort of an excess in something. So this could be, drinking too much, eating too much, anything in excess is not good. So it's about finding the balance here. It's also a card that can have to do with divine timing, possibly needing to wait on something, a delay with regards to something. So there might be, we have this kind of full steam ahead, major change sitting at the center of the reading, but there might be something that happens. It could be a little bit unexpected, maybe catch you off guard just a little bit. There might be a delay in moving forward. But it's a temporary delay, and I feel that it's divine timing at play. So if for some reason, trying to think say you're traveling and for whatever reason the flight is canceled that day, so there might be a day delay or a couple of days delay, but it's not going to really affect in the sort of grand scheme of things. It's not going to change anything. So it's that type of, there might be something that catches you off guard, but it's nothing serious. Now you appear, I'm going to put these two together. You appear as the Seven of Wands, and then what's surrounding you in your environment or how others are viewing you, you have the Two of Wands. And it's interesting because your overall energy for the month of August is the Three of Wands. So we have, the 2 and the 3 and the 7 and the 8 and the 9. So it's what I was saying at the beginning is you have a lot of fire energy here. So I feel that, you're very excited. You're very fired up. You're ready to go. You're ready to take on, whatever this is. I feel like you're very excited about what's happening in the month of July. Sorry, the month of August. Why I said July. So you appear as the Seven of Wands. This card is kind of like the warrior card, the brave warrior. It's you standing your ground. It's you defending yourself. But you see, even though this person is outnumbered, there are, all of these wands pointing at him, that would seem as though, that's bad, he's outnumbered. No, he might be outnumbered, but he has, the upper hand here. He is up on this higher. He has the higher vantage point. He has this winged dragon. He could fly away. He's defending himself here, right, with his shield. The dragon is carrying this, crystal ball, right? So he has the vision. He knows where he's going. So it doesn't matter, if there's something that he has to defend himself on. And sometimes this appears when, you're needing to defend yourself. Your decisions could have to do with this, this major decision. Maybe you're needing to defend yourself a little. Why are you deciding to do this? Why do you feel that this is the best thing for you? If this is a big move, a move across country or to another country, maybe friends and family are saying, well, you crazy, how could you do this, and are you sure this is what you really want? And you're defending yourself. You're saying, yes, I know what I want. If this is for the other person, I'm in love with this person, we're going to get married, I want to be with that person, so yeah, this is the right thing for me. So you're it's defending yourself, but it's sort of standing your ground, and you're feeling as though you're very fired up about whatever this is. You're excited about it, right? And with the Two of Wands, so the 2 and the 3 is the overall energy. Again, this, decisions, but you're very much in control, right? This is not like the Two of Swords energy. The Two of Swords is where you're feeling as though you don't know which way to go, and you don't know the right choice, the right decision for you. Two of Wands this is like the trailblazer card, right? He's sure of himself, and yes, it is a choice card. It's sort of this crossroads, and you're kind of staring down the two paths and trying to decide which path is right for you. Do I stay on the traditional path? Do I stay where I'm currently living, or do I choose this new path of, moving, being with somebody else? Whatever this choice is, and you're in control, right? This person is in control. He's making the decision. He's heading down that path, and knowing that, there is no right or wrong. It's just, what, based on your insight, based on your what you believe to be right for you, you're making the decision. And, the overall energy for the entire month is the Three of Wands, which is, okay, you've made a decision. Now you're waiting to see, and now what? What type of return on investment am I going to get? I've made the decision. I've decided to move, or I've decided to go after whatever this new chapter in my life is. And I've made this choice. I've put all of the hard sort of thinking about it, and I put the energy into it. And now what? What type of return on investment am I going to get? This card doesn't show it. Like in the traditional tarot, there's a man and he's up on a cliff and he's staring out to sea, waiting for his ships to come in. So again, there's more sort of, and this is the overall energy, so more reference to, travel and ships and overseas and looking to overseas, to see what is coming in for you. So there could definitely be, I know it won't resonate with everybody, but there's, I would say that there is, for some of you watching, there's a really good opportunity here, with overseas or moving overseas, or there's some type of overseas connection that, is going to bring about this or offer you this brand new chapter in your life. Now, and threes in the tarot, they're also, it's a very expansive energy. And the Three of Wands is sometimes it's referred to as like the endless opportunity card. So there's a lot of opportunities with this card. So you could have, a lot of opportunities that even after making this first, this initial choice of, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm moving here, or I'm doing, I'm starting this new chapter in my life, which, is a major decision. Even after that, I feel that, there are a lot of opportunities that could appear, maybe not, right away, but that could, as you move through, over the next or the upcoming months, there could be lots of new opportunities that appear for you in this new location, this new place, this new chapter in your life. Now, the last two cards that you have for the month, as you head out of the month of August, in your hopes and fears position, you have the Nine of Cups. This is the minor arcana version of the Star card. It's the wish upon a star. And Justice. Okay, so your outbound energy is major arcana number 11, Justice. So with the Nine of Cups, what you're hoping for wish fulfillment. You're hoping for everything to work out, right? This is the woman, she's blowing the fluff off of the dandelion out into the universe. So she's setting her intention. She's wishing upon a star. She's hoping for her dreams to come true here. And so, it's also about realizing that when you set your intentions, that the universe has a funny way of making things happen. So be careful what you wish for as well. So if this is, but I feel that this is you just, hoping that you're trusting in this, whatever this new chapter is, you're going after it, and you're hoping that everything is going to work out for you there. You're hoping that all your dreams will come true, that this really will, bring you that emotional joy, that happiness that you've been looking for. And this does have, you see the full moon there, and this is towards the end of August. So this could be sort of happening towards the end of August, around the time of the full moon at the end of August. And this, this is, again, with the World card sitting at the center of your reading, whatever this new chapter is, this, you moving ahead with this is very karmic. There's a very fated, a very karmic feel to what's going on with you, right? And again, the reference to balance here with the Justice card. The Justice card is about, wrongs being righted. It's about if in some way, if somebody has treated you unfairly, or if, a situation was unfair in the past, this is now finally, things are going the right way. Things are going in your favor. If you're dealing with, going back to what I was saying here with the legal system, if, for some of you, if you're dealing with the court system, if there's a legal proceedings that you're dealing with, a lawyer, the courts, this is things going in your favor, rulings going in your favor. The truth of the sword of truth here, truth is on your side. The scales of justice are they're going in your favor, right? the balance here has been, it's come back into balance. Something that was out of balance now is balanced. And it's, again, it's a karmic card. So, you know, very, like the divine orchestration definitely at play with whatever this is. But it's, you know, there's justice. There's justice for, you know, if there was a situation that was difficult for you, now things are, you know, they're righting themselves, and things are moving forward for you. And I mean, it looks like an amazing month, you know, a very significant month for you. Let's take a look at your two oracle cards. You have from the Sacred Traveler deck, Unknown Territory. You're exactly where you need to be, which is interesting because a lot of the messages coming through here have to do with movement, you know, possibly foreign lands. So I'll read you the full description in 1 second, but, you know, this definitely ties in. And then you have True Worth. This is card number 34. My true worth is intrinsic and shines from my inner being, like a sacred jewel of love and compassion. This is a very pretty card. So let me find my guidebooks here. Hold on 1 second. Found one, not the other. All right, well, we'll start with the one that I found. Oh, wait, I found the other. Sorry. Here we go. Unknown Territory. This card says, you are exactly where you need to be, even if you're not consciously aware of it. Even if you don't have all the answers, keep going forward with your heart open. If you can't see clearly ahead and don't know where you're headed, keep moving forward. Do what feels right, even if your brain doesn't agree. Your heart always knows. Head or heart decision, right, with the Lover's card. Instead of dismay because you're in unknown territory, celebrate that you're expanding and growing by leaps and bounds. Expansive energy. I was talking about the expansive energy, which you have as the overall energy for the month. So definitely, you know, growing. But this is, you know, this is very positive growth for you. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know, sometimes the traveler feels lost, a lack of confidence or sense of being in unknown territory. It can seem that others know more or are more qualified. However, it can be this very feeling of not knowing that allows one to step outside the bounds of convention and reach beyond the parameters of self that have been imposed by your family, friends, society, and religion. It can be a very good thing. It can help you find yourself. Cherish those moments of not knowing. It's often during those times that the greatest revelations occur. Trust that all is well. You are where you should be. And that's interesting because it's talking here about reaching beyond the parameters of self that have been imposed by family, friends, society, and religion. And you do have, right, this Hierophant is all about, you know, following rules, following tradition. This is a very, you know, which is why we associate it with these large institutions, because these are institutions that have, you know, they follow ceremonies, they follow, there's laws, you know, it's about tradition. So, and you're defending yourself here. That's how you're appearing. So there could be, for some of you, again, this, I was getting that, you know, maybe this choice to move, or, you know, whatever this decision is, this new chapter, you might be defending your decisions here. You know, it might be going against, you know, what your family would usually expect you to do, or, you know, maybe if your family is very traditional, it's a more of a, you know, traditional family, or even if your family is quite religious, and so it's, you know, there's that, they, you know, maybe they go to a church that has a lot of, you know, well, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, so there could be, you know, defending your decisions here, defending yourself. Let's take a look at the other card. This is card number 34. Let me find it. Here we go. My true worth is like an exquisite jewel that resides at the center of my heart. Its essence is compassion and love. As I hold my hands over my heart, I am reminded of this essence. I know my worth is not dependent on who I think I am, who I should be, what I do, or what I have. It is not dependent on what others think of me. It is unaffected by the ups and downs of everyday life. It is beyond success or failure. My worth simply is. It is an essential part of my being that I was born with. It is my inner light and life force. No one can define my worth. My worth is beyond measurement, beyond question, beyond doubt. If there is an old belief inside me that says I am unworthy, I release it now and let it go. And that's interesting because, again, I think it does tie in with, sort of defending yourself. There's something to do with needing to defend yourself and, defending who you are and not worrying about what others think of you and what they think of your decision or, what you're doing with your life now. It's, it has nothing to do with them. This is all about you really being that authentic version of yourself. And I think that this world card, this brand new chapter in your life is allowing that, is allowing you to explore that, is bringing you that opportunity. So it looks like a very exciting, a very powerful month for you, Virgo. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of August. Bye for now.